Hey everyone, it's your buddy and pal Karnak with Star Wars Armada Explained. Thanks for watching the video. Today we're going to jump right in. We're going to take a look at Garel's Honor. It's a ship title for the Hammerhead. It is a unique title, which you can see there by the dot or bullet point in front of its name. Means you can only have one of them in your fleet. How do you know Eclipse Title Hammerhead? Well, the icon in the bottom left will show you the icon there for the Hammerhead. Obviously, there's a picture of one on the card. It's faction specific for the Rebel Alliance, which you can see there next to its point cost, which is 4. The card reads, when you overlap an enemy ship, the enemy ship suffers a face-up damage card instead of a face-down damage card. And this title is pretty straightforward, as like everything. We'll get into a couple of some unique situations, but nothing crazy. So for this title, there is no clarifications or errata at all. And how does it work? Well, just like in Rogue One, when you run into a Star Destroyer, this Star Destroyer moves into that Star Destroyer, and then everything explodes. No, that's not how it works. It'd be overpriced for 4 points. Or overpowered for 4 points, not overpriced. It's underpriced for that. So this is during the ship's movement section. And by the way, when it's saying when you, it's not saying you, the player, it's meaning you, the ship, during that ship's activation. So meaning, like for example, if another ship was to run into you, it would not suffer a face-up damage card. It's only when you are physically moving the Hammerhead and it rams into something else, it suffers a face-up damage card, but only for enemy ships. If you accidentally overlap a friendly ship, it's not going to have any effect on them, okay? Because it spells it out specifically when enemy ship suffers, so. Because typically when you ram each ship, depending on size, class, and other things, each ship takes a face-down damage card. In this situation, the Hammerhead can deal a face-up. So if the Hammerhead, when you're doing your execute maneuver, let's say he's traveling at speed 2, and everyone's got one less hole on here for some reason. There we go. So Star Destroyers have 11 hole. This Hammerhead's got 5. So you know what? He's going to do something like this. He wants to set himself up for the next attack, but he also wants to deal that face-up damage card. So he moves along that template plate. We see there speed 2 is going to ram, so he drops back to the next available speed that he can do, which is at the speed 1. When you do the ram damage does happen instantly. So the Star Destroyer would take a face-up damage card. Let's pull one out here. In this situation, he got Thruster Fisher. But if you pull something like Projector Misaligned or something else that's just as equally nasty, in those situations, that kind of stuff can add up, especially when it's on a full health Star Destroyer. And yeah, your Hammerhead takes a face-down damage card, but some would say that that is a very good trade-off, especially for something that's so essentially disposable, compared to a target that's so big that you need, any extra benefits you can get. Now, this card, there's a couple of other unique nuances that we'll get into. Not so much unique, but there are some cards, for example, let's talk about, what can cancel that face-up damage card? Well, Medical Team. Medical Team, so if you draw a face-up damage card, it's got the crew trait on it. It just says that any time that you dealt a face-up damage card with the crew trait, you can discard Medical Team to discard, that face-up damage card from Garel's Honor. Or let's talk about where is what's her face? The new officer, Imperial officer coming out. Lyra Russix. She's got the ability, if you discard a repair token, you can flip that card face down without resolving the face-up effect. So cards like that can kind of, negate that ramming instance. Let's talk also about Hardened Bulkheads and the Eclipse Title. Now, the Eclipse Title is whenever an enemy ship overlaps the Super Star Destroyer, that ship suffers a face-up damage card instead of a face-down damage card. So it's the reverse of the Hammerhead's title. What about Hardened Bulkheads? Now, Hardened Bulkheads is for large ship only, and it reads, when you overlap a ship of a smaller size class or are overlapped by a ship of a smaller size class, deal 1 fewer face-down damage cards. So it specifically states that if you were to be rammed, you would be dealt one less face down card, whether if you ram something smaller than you or something smaller than you rams your Star Destroyer. But in this situation, Garel's Honor does override that because it's dealing a face up damage card, not a face down damage card. Okay. So that is how that interaction there works. That's that card. Of course, if you feel like I got anything wrong or something is not correct, please be sure, let me know, point it out. I'm getting so excited for Gen Con. I'm excited to see you all there. I hope to meet some of you there. I do plan to try to hold like a meet and greet and like coffee gathering before the tournament starts and see what we can do to just kind of sit down, socialize, and talk about Armada, especially like all the new stuff that's coming out, because that also will be the day after the in-flight report, because that's going to be on Wednesday. First round tournaments on Thursday. I think we'll have a lot to talk about. Anyway, you all are fantastic. Thanks for watching, and like always, I'll catch you next time.